Instead of being involved in the gossip, you ought to try being involved with the gospel. See, want to change lives when you talk about it. Good evening, St. James. Done the best I could here, but it was encouraging. And I thank God today that it still is encouraging. God can still do some encouraging work when we allow God to operate fully within our lives. He can take what you going through and turn it into a great time where he can share with you what he wants you to really do. And God can use you right where you are. Have I got a witness in here? Yeah, God not only did a work of encouragement, but he also did a work of edification. The word salvation was used here does not speak of getting saved. The words speak of health and well-being. Paul was saying that everything that happened had been healthy for his own heart and soul. It had worked for his well-being. And that's where I'm going to leave you at right there, St. James. Go ahead, Reverend. I'm going to tell you here, just when you think it looks bad, that's the time where God can use you better. Even Paul came to the conclusion when he says in Corinthians, I took this thing to God 3 times and asked him to remove the thorn from my flesh. But he told me, my grace is sufficient for thee. But you have to read the rest of it. Paul says, I'd rather glorify God in my own infirmities. Are y'all going to help me in here? And he says, because when I'm weak, then am I strong. And all he was saying was, God, works better when I'm totally dependent on him, even in my bad situation. He uses me better when I'm going through trouble. But I want you to see here this morning that God did not get Paul out of prison. Are y'all going to help in here? But what he did was he didn't change his circumstances, but he changed Paul in his circumstances. Are y'all going to help me in here? There will be times when he will not move the thorn from your flesh. Is there a witness in here? He will not move trouble from you all the time. Yeah, he may not ever take sickness from you, from your body. But what he will do is he'll use you, while you're going through. Is there a witness in here? He'll take what you're going through and tell you, don't worry, I got you in my hands. Yeah, I know it looked bad for you, but I'm going to take that bad situation and let somebody else see that it's not you who's in charge, but it's me. Is there a witness in here? So he tells old Paul, go ahead and tell somebody else. Tell him what I done for them. Head on, but I'm in prison. Does not matter that you're in prison now. I know somebody trying to make you feel bad, but it's not for your sake, but for mine. Can't you hear old Paul in that prison? I know it looked bad for me, but head church is for the furtherance of the gospel. gospel. The gospel is still being preached. Yeah, I'm encouraged by that because the spirit is still undefiled. Does not matter how rough it gets. If the Spirit of God is in your life, you can't help but tell somebody it's in me, and I got to tell it. But look at you, Jonah. Look at you right now. Got you hemmed up. Got folk talking about you. I know you don't want me to say that. Got folk lying. Got folk saying dirty things. I had to tell the Lord that. But he said, don't worry about that. You do what I told you to do. Just stand right there and tell my story. What's the story you want me to tell him? Tell him I died. Is there a witness in here? Anybody here know he died for you? Tell him I died on that cross for no good folk like me. Yeah, but I didn't stay dead. Tell him is there a witness in here? Is there a believer in here? He got out of the grave not with some power, but all power is in his hands. Just lean on him. He's able. Is there a witness in here? He's able. Is there a believer in here? He's able. To carry you through. Good evening. Enjoyed myself. Had a lot of good times. But if anybody really asks you just who I am, tell them I'm a child of the King. Is there anybody in here? Do you really love the Lord? Is there anybody in here? Has God been good to you? I know you ought to say it. Is there anybody in here that God is still using you? Even if your circumstances are not favorable. Is there anybody in here? Has God keep telling you you're my child? And if you're not ashamed to own the Lord, you ought to own him in here. You ought to tell somebody, say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes, Ain't he alright? 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 I know he's alright. Trying to tell you that the man is all right. Is there a witness in here? I keep trying to tell you